Shaolin shadowboxing, and the Wu-Tang sword style.
Hi, I'm Campbell, and this is my album cover for the Wu-Tang Clan's debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. I first began this process by listening to the album completely and doing some really quick initial idea dumps while listening. I then made a mind map of ideas and themes I picked up from the album. From here, I researched some other Wu-Tang Clan album art and found that they feature a lot of illustrative and a somewhat cartoony style. I decided I wanted to head in this direction. I really like the works of Jared Mirabel and Aaron Von Freder, known as Swader and Roxwell. They are experts in illustrative digital design, and Roxwell's work is mainly band posters, logos, and album covers, so he was a really good source of inspiration. From there, I developed a few more concepts, trying to incorporate some of the earlier themes I had identified. From these concepts, I chose 3 that I was going to explore further. I did some rough digital sketches, adding colour and type and playing with the composition to see how they might look once completed. At this stage, I chose the concept with the Shaolin Temple as my final design. I began researching different Shaolin and Buddhist temples and developed some initial sketches. I vectorized and coloured one of these sketches and found I wasn't really happy with how it came out, so I went back to my research and began developing some more temple sketches. Once again, I took these into Illustrator and began to vectorize the sketch. I was much happier with this version, and after some tweaking, I began to color it. I did this initially in Illustrator and then took it into Photoshop. I wanted to incorporate some small features into the design that represented the Wu-Tang Clan and some of the other themes I'd identified of the album. I decided to include 2 killer bees as they are referenced heavily throughout the album. They are enclosed within a pentagon and then by a larger circle. The pentagon represents the 5 elements and the 5 deadly venoms within Shaolin and Kung Fu. The circle represents the 360 degrees that make up the Wu-Tang. There are also 10 small yellow bulbs on the staircase in the design. These represent the 9 original members of the Wu-Tang, with the 10th representing all the affiliates of the clan. At this stage, I decided on the final typeface I would use and did some final tweaking of small details and finishing touches, and then moved on to creating the reverse side of the record cover. I chose to use the back side of the temple as the basis and worked the words and details around that. The center wall features the names of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan etched into the stone. The last part of the project was to design the center image and the poster. I sketched a few different ideas for the centerpiece before vectorizing and landing on the final idea. I used inverted colors for side A and B of the record. For the poster, I followed a similar process to the album, sketching out a few different ideas and developing a couple before deciding on the one I was going to go with. I did some rough digital sketches to see how it might all work with colour and composition. Then I vectorized my final sketch and tweaked until I was happy. Finally, I fiddled with a few typefaces till I landed on the one I wanted to use, and I was done. Overall, I'm happy with the outcome of the project. I think the designs work well with each other and work together to create a good set. They represent the Shaolin and the Kung Fu themes that are so prevalent across the Wu-Tang Clan's debut album, while also keeping things dark, mysterious and raw, like the songs, beats and wordplay featured across the album. Thanks for watching.